Welcome to Paradise Audio and Video. This is a local business, it's locally owned. We're going to go talk to Scott Hubbell, the owner. We're going to talk about his business, the new innovative things that they're doing here. It's right across from Big Five over here on Main Street. Let's go talk to Scott. Let's go check it out. All right, well, meet my friend Scott Hubbell. He is the owner of Paradise Village, another great local business here. They have a huge product line. And again, we're focusing on small businesses and the importance of small business in our community. Small business owners, they employ local people. They typically keep them longer. People who work for small businesses are happier. So we're here with Scott.
Thanks, Brian. Appreciate you stopping by.
Yeah, my pleasure. So one of the questions I always like to ask is, how did you get started? How did you go from employee to owner? How did you get started with Paradise Village? Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, I started here in 1988. Started as a salesman, coming in part-time on Saturdays. I had another job and then came in. I had a passion for music from growing up because my family's big musical family, so we had a passion for music. So I came in and started working on Saturdays and just kind of a part-time thing or whatever, and I'm like, hey, this is kind of good. You know, eventually came on full-time in '88. I've been here ever since. Yeah, got into sales, obviously, started in sales, got into management, and then eventually we had the opportunity to buy out the previous owner, me and my wife, and rest is history here.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite thing to do here? What's kind of your pet project? What are you working on right now?
We just finished a massive remodel here, a 3-month remodel that we did. We wanted to basically come up with some really cool interactive displays, which, you know, shout out to my buddy Jody at 5 Axis in Wisconsin. He is a guy that does custom showrooms for 12-volt retailers across the country. He came in with his crew, listened to our needs, and came up with an awesome design here for our store. I wanted customers to be able to interact with a lot of self-interacting displays, so they could come in necessarily, if we were with a customer, they could come in, listen to things, turn things on, and see how things operate here in the store.
I remember coming into this store with those first couple paychecks that I got as a 16-year-old and buying 2 10-inch JL subs from you, and you walked me through the process, but the showroom is way different now. For those of you who've been here a long time, you remember the old showroom. This showroom is incredible. It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, we've changed things out. We wanted to open the concept up. We had dim lighting over the years. We wanted to address that. We got some really cool hexagon lighting in the store. It just makes it nice. It's a nice refresh. My employees, myself, looking at these walls for 35 years, it's like coming into a brand new store, and we're very excited to offer that to all of our residents and customers here in the Four Corners.
Yeah, when I saw your posts on social media, I was like, that looks really different. And then I walked in and I was like, wow, that is so different than what I expected. You went from part-time employee to full-time to management to owner. What was the biggest challenge in that transition from being an employee to an employer?
The biggest challenge, I mean, obviously sales, you know, as you know, both of us, sales is in our blood, and that's what we love doing. I love interacting with our customers. Just the booking part of it, I guess, which my wife handles very well, but that was the only really challenge, I guess, if there was one, to do the financial, the accounting part of it or whatever. We had a goal when we bought the store. We wanted to pay everything off in 5 years. We did it in 4. The only struggle was just the financial part as far as accounting portion of it. Everything else fell into place.
So as far as Paradise Village goes, you guys are kind of an all-inclusive. You guys kind of do everything, but you also specialize in certain things. So why Paradise Village over one of the big box stores?
One thing about us is our employees, which I can't talk good about them as much as I can. I've got 3 great electronic techs back there. Not only is it nice to be able to offer our customers what we consider top-of-the-line components and product that we sell, is to have it installed properly. So that's the key thing. I mean, you know, there's a big gear, and it doesn't work unless those guys are back there making it happen, and hats off to them because they make it happen. I've got some awesome techs back there.
Yeah, you see some of those videos on Instagram of speakers falling out of the door after their aftermarket and that sort of thing. You guys do a clean install. You're not going to see wires, you're not going to see that sort of thing, right?
You bet. Yeah, I tell you that the thing nowadays that I try to educate my customers about now is all this new technology that manufacturers are putting in their vehicles. They tried to put a hurdle up, so to say, as far as making it a little difficult sometimes to integrate stuff into factory stereos. What we're seeing nowadays, a lot of the factory cars out there have large screens. They have Apple CarPlay wireless and all that cool stuff. But they know that they lack sound, and that's where we come in. We want to give them that better quality sound. We want to upgrade and give them better amplifiers to make it sound better as well. So that's what we're doing, is the integration part of it, and that's where we try to help our customers out. So a lot of customers will try to do it themselves, and they're like, hey, guys, help us out, please, because it does get a little bit more involved on newer vehicles.
Well, not only that, but one of the big trends that I'm hearing, and I think we've seen a little bit of this in your shop, are the new the side-by-sides, all the razors everybody's cruising around in. So what are you doing there?
A huge portion of our business is the side-by-side business, which is just exploding. Customers want sound. I mean, you're out in the canyons and having fun with the family or whatever, and you want some tunes. We have all the options available to integrate that, from simple sound bars that we can put in, which we sell a lot of, to full-blown systems with multiple amplifiers. Customers want bass, and that's really, really fun, being able to do the side-by-sides, and that's a huge part of the business nowadays.
Let's say I'm building a custom car and I want a really high-end stereo system. That's something I have to go to Phoenix or Albuquerque for, right?
No more, no. We've got all the solutions for our customers. We do a lot of custom hot rods. And a lot of these custom hot rods want that factory radio, which we call the old two-knob style radio. They want it left alone. So we're integrating hideaway Bluetooth controllers, we're hiding amplifiers, we're hiding speakers in those custom show cars and hot rods to give them that better sound, but still give them that classic old school look. Yeah, you don't have to go to the big cities anymore. We've got it all handled here at the store.
Yeah, that's awesome. You're working on a pretty cool project right now on a Mustang.
Yeah, we've got a Mustang. It's actually a newer Mustang, but the customer came in and said, hey, I want better sound. We are doing a JL Audio Focal system. JL Audio, company that we've sold for years. Focal makes awesome top-of-the-line car and home speakers. So we're putting a big system in this Mustang, and the customer wants it to sound good. So this is going to be an audiophile grade system that looks totally factory, which is nice.
Yeah. Now, boats, I see some pictures of boats over there too.
Yeah, we do a lot of boats. Guys out on boats, with the wakeboard towers, they want good sound. I mean, if you're in the boat, that's one thing. We'll address all the sound on speakers there. Let's put some big cans up top on the towers and let the guys that are back wakeboarding or skiing hear that good sound as well. It's nice being able to integrate that music into boats as well. Pontoons, the same thing. We do a lot of pontoons. People have the big party barges, the family barges, and they want music on there. Bring them in, because we can show you a lot of options to integrate music on there.
Having good music at the lake is, in my opinion, really important.
Yeah, it goes hand in hand. You're out on the water having a good time with a family and having some good tunes in the background. It makes it so much more enjoyable.
So there's something that I find a bit perplexing. When I look over to the right side of your store, I see, high-end technology. I see dash cameras, radar detectors. I see LED screens that have touch capability. I see a lot of high-end technology. I just think it boggles my mind, all the stuff that you have. And then I glance over to the left and I see some vinyl. Tell me about that.
Yeah, we love our vinyl here. I'm old school. Yeah, being in the business a long time. Reel-to-reels, vinyl, two-channel audio, that's a big portion of our business as well. Obviously, we do home theater, we do sound bars, we do televisions here at the store, but I tell you, vinyl's making a huge comeback, and a lot of people are going in their closet, bringing out that vinyl, and coming down, buying turntables, upgrading their home speakers, and they want to listen to that music on vinyl, which sounds just amazing, nice and warm.
Are you refurbishing old equipment, or is it new equipment that's made to look old? Or
well, it's funny you mention that, because I dabble in vintage hi-fi, so I do sell vintage high-end stuff here as well, which is fun. So some of this stuff that's been made in the 70s and the 80s is built like a tank, and so I personally own several turntables from, say, the early 80s that work like a champ. I've got a great friend of mine that's a tech, and if stuff needs to be addressed, we'll refurbish stuff. Kind of fun. I have customers that sometimes will come in once a week just to check and see if there's any new vintage stuff that came in the store, which is a fun part of the business as well.
Before microprocessors, techs could actually work on stuff and rebuild it, right?
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So home theater, I know that before we finished our basement, we had you out and you really helped us lay out exactly what we wanted to do. Mm-hmm. Tell us a little bit about that part of the business as well.
Yeah, it's fun. We've got some great brands that we sell in terms of home theater technology. We have an open door policy. A lot of customers are coming in. They're doing stuff themselves. I will help them integrate stuff. They'll bring in plans. We can help them that way. We can go out and do installation if needed on the home theater side. That's something we've done for years and years and years here, and I do enjoy home theater. They've got Dolby Atmos and all this new technology that's come out here, and it's nice to be able to bring that home theater experience in the living room.
It's not just 2-to-1 or 5-to-1 anymore. It's what, 7?
Oh, we're going way up above that. They've got 11.2, they've got 11.4, 13.4. So depending on room size, I mean, the technology's there, so you can go as many speakers up to the amplifier's capability as needed.
It's wild because when you go to the theater and you can hear a car racing past and it sounds like it's racing past, you can duplicate that with a home theater system.
Oh, for sure, yeah. This new technology in the receivers, I mentioned Dolby Atmos. I mean, you listen to something that's in Atmos, it's unreal. You have the sound coming from not just around you, but above you with Dolby Atmos. It's a neat experience. If customers haven't done it, it's something you ought to try for sure.
So we're here in Farmington. A lot of what we hear is that people are nervous to go to Albuquerque or other parts of the state because their cars get broken into. What can you do about that? How can you help?
Well, we sell a great line of security systems here in the store. Remote start and security is a fun part of the business and a big part of our business because, hey, it's 100 degrees outside, you want your vehicle cool, or if it's getting low to the teens, we want it nice and warm when we go out. So integrating remote start and security in vehicles is a big part of our business nowadays. We've got some great techs that do that, implement that stuff into your vehicle. There's technology has went through the roof, so I can offer my customers tracking capability on their phone. They can start their vehicle on their phone. There's so many cool facets now with remote start instead of just the old push a button and it starts. I mean, everything can be integrated off the phone.
I bought a new truck last year for the first time in a while, and it had the cell phone capability, so I could pull up my cell phone and start it. And then a friend of mine with an old Toyota goes, "Oh, I can do that too." And he starts it from his phone. I'm like, "How did he do that?" And he goes, "Oh, I actually went down to Paradise Village and got a remote start system." So
you bet. Yeah, we can integrate that in any kind of vehicle out there as far as cell phone integration, alarm systems. We custom cater to customers too. I mean, some customers want the hatch to open in the back. We'll implement that off of the transmitter or off the phone. So we try to bring everything as far as feature-wise that the vehicle has onto your phone.
So I had a friend of mine a few years ago get in a really bad car accident, and since then he said he will not drive a vehicle without a dash cam. Somebody ran a red light. It was a terrible situation for he and his family. Dash cams, they're a huge trend in Europe. Are you seeing that pick up in the US?
We are seeing a lot of that. Incidents out there, he said, she said kind of incidents. Dash cams, there's no question about it. I mean, we have dash cams that basically will go on a cloud on your phone, so you can access that anytime you want, or you'll have SD card capability on the cam. That makes it nice. A lot of our dash cams are not just obviously what people think when you're going down the road. They have parking modes, which is nice. So everybody that has their vehicle, say, in a parking lot, somebody comes up, hits the car or whatever, that dash cam's recording. Everything will be filmed at that point. Front and rear camera's a big thing. You know, you want incidents up front, but you know, hey, you get hit from behind or whatever, you know, we have front and rear dash cams that can take care of all those facets.
And they're not big.
No, they're very, very small. We do the custom installation. We hide all the wiring and everything on it. So we try to maintain the integrity of the vehicle as much as possible.
What I've been amazed by owning a small business and having bought our building a few years ago, I'm surprised at how often somebody gets in a fender bender in a parking lot and they come into our office asking, "Hey, do you have cameras in the parking lot? Because my car just got hit." And we're like, "No, we don't." And most businesses don't have cameras in the parking lot.
Yeah.
And so you're kind of on your own when it comes to that.
Yeah, and dash cams will take care of that. Yeah, we've got some great brands that we stock of dash cams. I just picked up a new line that I'm excited to have, which we should have by the end of this week. You know, I try to look and very particular on the critique brands that we sell. If you get a dash cam, obviously you want a 4K camera. You want that good resolution, so if needed, you can see license plates or specific details of the vehicle. So get a good high resolution dash cam, come see us and we can show you some cool products in that category.
I'm glad you mentioned how you research everything. The other cool thing about a small business like this is everything's curated. There's really nothing here that you wouldn't put in your own vehicle.
Exactly, yeah. We have great brands that I've sold over the years, and like I said, we hand pick everything. I get with not just myself, but my installers and say, hey guys, what do you think of this? So it's a group effort on the brands that we sell. We want to sell something that's going to be the quality out there. That's what we look into as we're hand picking these lines that we sell, and we're exclusive to these lines. A lot of the lines that you see in our store, they're exclusive to our store, so they're more of a territorial line, which is nice. So take for instance JL or Focal or some of these lines that we carry, they're exclusive to our store only.
Well, Scott, thanks for having us in your store today. There's a lot of really cool stuff. I've learned some stuff today. Guys, if you have not been to Paradise Village, you need to come down here and check it out, especially if you haven't been down here in the last few months. I mean, the showroom looks like it was built for a movie studio set or something, but there's a lot of stuff to look at, a lot of stuff to listen to. They can hook up your Bluetooth devices and let you sample the stereo systems. It's pretty cool, and you got to come check it out and come support a small business.
You bet. Well, I appreciate you coming in and talking to us today, Brian. We really do appreciate it. I invite everybody to come down to the store and check it out. It's cool because customers that have been here before, when they come in now, they stop at the front door, and that's the neatest part about it. They just sit and look around, and I see that expression, and I know they're intrigued with what they see. So I invite everybody to come down and see us here at the store and see what kind of goodies we have to offer. We've got everything you can think of under the sun as far as electronics. So come see us, and we appreciate it.
Thanks, Scott.
Thanks.